Hello and welcome to Denver, Colorado, home of qualifying for the 2021 NASMAR Marble Racing League. I'm Roland Roundwell, joined in the booth by Cole Track.
Hey, Roland. Pretty good day to be here, isn't it?
Oh, it's a great day to be here, an even better day to be racing, Cole. Today we have 36 marbles starting day one. At the end of day one, we will have 32, as 4 marbles will be demoted. Let's get some more information on this track. Send it on to Marble.
Yeah, thanks, Roland. It's going to be an interesting track today. Although it's called the Denver Sprint, after talking with the marbles, they believe it's going to play more like a jog. We're looking at a lack of straightaways and an abundance of sharp curves. That means agility and precision will be on full display as we begin week 1 of the NASMAR season. Back to you, Cole.
Yeah, thanks, Mara. Well, say, Roland, this is a pretty big day for these glass balls. What's first on the agenda?
Well, it is a big day indeed. Well, first we have time trials, Cole. All 36 marbles going to run one downhill sprint on this track. The bottom 4 in the time trials will automatically be demoted to the junior circuit. The top 32 will advance to tomorrow's heat races. But we will begin time trials right now with our very first marble of the day, one of the smaller marbles on the circuit. Out of England, we have Mint Chip. And we'll see how he runs this course and kind of compare it to how he's going to do it. He's going to take the left side of that drop and use that first bumper to go along the right side. And he's going to end the very first time trial today in 11:03. We'll see how that holds up.
Yeah, how do we think that's going to hold up to the next ones?
Well, we'll know as they continue here, Cole. As Goku out of Tokyo, Japan, looks like he's going to destroy that mark, and he's going to end at a 9:06.
Wow.
Almost 2 seconds faster, Cole. That's not going to bode well.
I wonder what Mint Chip's thinking. Do you think he thought he was doing well, and then he saw that, and he was like, let me try again?
It's got to be hard being the first marble to go, not knowing what you need to do, but you just have to come out every single time you run the track as if you're the first marble. You're doing the best you can every time, and if you're comparing yourself to the other marbles, you're going to falter. You're going to think too much. You're going to get in your head. You're not going to let the track do the work, and one person who knows that more than anything is our next racer, Sleeping Indian, who grew up just outside of where we are right now. For more on that story, let's send it down to Marble.
I'm here with Sleeping Indian, whose hometown of Buena Vista, Colorado is only 120 miles southwest of where we're standing. You've mentioned before that Buena Vista made you the marble that you are today. Can you expand on that at all?
Well, Buena Vista's surrounded by mountains. We were always rolling. Sometimes on purpose, sometimes not. Everybody hated it, but not me. I was different. I knew at a young age going fast downhill was my favorite thing to do. So that's what I did, and that's what I'm going to do today.
Well, I wish you the best of luck in front of the home fans. Back to you guys in the booth.
Well, that Sleeping Indian's a character, isn't he?
Yeah, it really is, yeah.
We'll see how he can do in front of the home fans. Oh, wow. Well, he's not doing well in front of the whole home fans so far. If you want to take a page out of the book of what not to do, take a look at what Sleeping Indian just did on this track. He grew up coming to this track on a weekly basis with his father, and he just ran a 12:13, over 3 seconds slower than our fastest marble. And you know who read that page of what not to do?
River's Edge right there with a 9.0 what?
A 9.01. Basically a 9.0 what? Almost a 9.0 nothing. As McCaw out of Brazil watches that one and says, well, there's no way I can beat that, and he will not at a 10:21. As we see the board starting to shape up here, remember that these heats, there's going to be 8 heats of 4 racers each. So the top 8, which we're showing here on the screen, will get pole position. Now, pole position on a track like this, Cole, doesn't really matter all that much, does it?
It really doesn't, but, it doesn't hurt.
It definitely doesn't. You definitely have a little bit of an advantage being in the front of the line in these heats, but with this type of track, with the lack of speed and the amount of curves, which basically are passing points, you have a chance to win from any position. As we see Sleeping Indian slip into the bottom 4 there, and he is now at the mercy of other racers to do worse than him, and Mint Chip in the same at the moment. Honeymoon out of Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. That's a beautiful marble, isn't it, Cole?
It really is. Yeah, I'd love to be in Cabo right now.
Oh, I would too, but you know what? Denver's pretty nice too. And actually, we're going to be in San Diego next week, so not too bad. Not too bad.
Yeah,
as Tasmanian Devil out of, well, what do you know? Tasmania. He's going to run here with a 10:19, slot him in the middle as the bottom 4 is taking shape with Tidal Wave Taxicab, Mint Chip, and Sleeping Indian. Strawberry Daiquiri, one of the bigger marbles on the circuit. How would weight affect him, Cole?
So weight's going to pull you down the track a little harder. I bet he rides that weight pretty hard and,
Does it into third place there, so obviously it does have some type of an effect.
So let me ask you something, Roland. Do we think, looking at these numbers, anybody's going to lose to Sleeping Indian at this point?
I don't want to speculate, Cole, but I will. No. Oh, as we say that, did you see that? It looked like Neptune took a tumble on that, somewhere between the first and second turns. That is, you don't want to see that. We're going to get Mara on that right here to see if we can get some more information on that injury. But it looked pretty brutal, didn't it?
Yeah, you don't want that on qualifying day, that's for sure.
Especially that could put him in the junior circuit if it doesn't go well. And actually, I'm getting word here that Mara does have some information. Let's bring Mara Bull in to give us more information on that injury.
Hey guys, devastating story developing, as Neptune was seen limping to his garage after his time trial with what looked like a lower back injury. I spoke with a member of his team who assured us that he is fine and will be ready to race at 100% in his heat. This is the last thing you want to see happen to one of the league's top contenders. I'll bring you more updates as this story unfolds.
All right, thanks, Mara. Well, that is the last thing you want to see from a marble that really had the potential to take this whole league by storm this year. I really hope that doesn't affect him, but when you get news that you have a marble limping off the track and then the next sentence is his team says he's at 100%, it's hard to believe.
It really is. They have to be just straight up lying at this point.
They have to be panicking. When you hit qualifying, you have an injury in your time trial, the junior circuit is in your future almost. It's going to be a rough go for Neptune. We can wish him nothing but the best. We'll see how his week goes, and hopefully he can come back from this on top. As we just see there, while we were talking, Cul-de-sac just slipped in to the top 8 along with Wildfire and Iceberg, as Hot Tamale, another smaller marble, almost the complete opposite of Strawberry Daiquiri, has just slotted himself in the bottom 4. And as you were just saying, 3 of the bottom 4 marbles right now are some of the smaller marbles on the circuit, so you may have been onto something there, Cole.
Yeah, I'm pretty smart.
You are very smart, Cole. I'm very proud of you. Very proud of what you're doing here. As we have Radar out of the UK going to make his turn. They're using that bumper to their advantage, that first bumper. You see it has a little give when they hit it, which means you can get a little bit of recession from it. So let's see how Whirlpool handles this. One of the older marbles on the circuit, he's going to hit see, he didn't hit it hard enough, and it kind of messed him up a little bit. Saved him on the back end. That's the turn that you helped create, you said?
I was one of the creators of that turn. It was going to be longer, and I was like, no, it needs to be this length, or else this track is going to blow. And
blow it does not, as Alpine just gets a 10-15 to slot him safely in the middle. Once again, a reminder, we're just showing you the top 8 and the bottom 4. But if you're not on the screen, you're somewhere in the middle, that means you're safely into the heats. Right now, like we were saying, pole position is going to have an advantage, but it is not the end of the world if you're not in the pole position or even on the front row with a track like this. As we see Mudslide out of Arequipa, Peru, having a very good run there at 10:03, going to put him in 7th place into the top 8 as we see this taking shape here in the field as Pigeon out of Brooklyn, another smaller marble, gonna run a 10:19 safely in the middle of the pack. And right now, Mint Chip, Hot Tamale, Rose Gold, and Sleeping Indian are at the mercy of other marbles to do worse than them if they want to continue. And it looks like Coal Mine's doing his best to make that happen. And 11:04 gonna put him in the elimination as Mint Chip is now safely into the heats. Gold Rush, another senior runner here on the circuit. And he's going to finish here a little slowly with an 11:05, and we got some turnaround here happening in the bottom 4. How do you feel about Gold Rush hitting that bottom 4?
Man, that's surprising. He's been one of our top racers, brother to Pillsbury, who's in the top 4 and the top 8. So
he is in the top 4 and the top 8, and Gold Rush there at 11:05. That's hard to believe. You know, he's at the mercy of everyone else here. As Furniture Store out of Umhilt, Sweden, is going to make his run. And he is going to cut it close, by 2/100ths of a second. He is safely into the heats. AirPod, we just got a lot of small racers here on this back end of the time trials, starting off very well.
He's looking good right there.
Not a bad run out of LA at a 10:16, safely in the middle.
Yeah, probably get some of the best training out of LA, wouldn't you think?
I would think so. That's the best money has to offer. Now, Lemon Drop, one of the more controversial racers on the circuit, he really just doesn't care. He lets his racing do the talking for him, and he might make some people angry, but he doesn't mind. And you see there, slots into third as our very last time trial today. Safari Wild racing out of Kenya is going to race a 10:09, put him in the middle, which means our top 8 and our bottom 4 are set. Gold Rush, Hot Tamale, Rose Gold, and Sleeping Indian have officially been demoted to the junior circuit. The remaining 32 will move on to our heats tomorrow. Our top time trial of the day is River's Edge, and let's send it down. Marble was able to speak with her and see what her keys to success were.
You just have to let the track do the work. When you lose speed, you lose agility. It's that simple.
All right, well, we'll see if she can take that mindset into tomorrow's heats and into the senior circuit. When you look at these bottom 4, the ones that have already been demoted today of Gold Rush, Hot Tamale, Rose Gold, and Sleeping Indian, what are your thoughts, Cole?
Well, I'm pretty heartbroken for Sleeping Indian doing that in front of his home crowd. I got to say that's embarrassing. But what I'm really impressed by is River's Edge coming out. She's a young marble, and I think that gets her a point for the season. Am I right?
It is going to get her 1 point in the season standings for having the top time trial, and we'll see if she can run that into a really good season. She's looking really good so far, and really all eyes are going to be on tomorrow on Neptune. I'm really interested to see how he recovers from that injury, and we'll know more tomorrow, but just you got to hope for the best with a marble like that.
Yeah, hopefully we get some good word from him personally. I don't like hearing from his team because they can make up a bunch of lies, and I don't like seeing that. I want to hear from his mouth.
Well, that's it for day 1 of qualifying. We'll be back for day 2 with all the heats to determine who will be safe in the senior circuit. I'm Roland Roundwell.
And I'm Cole Track.
And that's it for us.